So welcome to Reykjavik Iceland, and for another food edition, Food of Iceland and Food of Reykjavik. And here we have the CEO of Bæjarins Bestu Pylsur. So what does that translate to?
Town's best hot dogs.
Town's best hot dogs. And this stand over here, it's been going on for quite some time, right?
Yes, the confirmed date is 1937, but we're probably 10, 15 years older than that.
Okay.
So that's the only written document we have. It's a rental agreement between my great-grandfather and the mayor of the town from 1937.
Okay.
So we don't exactly know when it started before that.
So okay. Oh, what the? Yep. So what the hell? Sorry about that. Leak of the gimbal. So 1937, but you believe it started earlier than that? Why?
Yes. Basically, my great-grandfather was a fisherman, and he couldn't work on sea anymore.
Sorry about that. Okay, this is excellent. My gimbal is giving up.
Hvað er að klikka á?
Já, það er spurning sko. Ég hef verið með þetta í...
Ég var svo uppurnar að þessu tækið, ég sá þetta hjá þér hérna.
Þetta hefur búið að virka alveg svínvirka sko. Herðu, já, ok. Þannig að... Herðu, byrjum þetta aftur bara, fyrir ekki. Ég klippi þetta síðan bara til, en við erum samt live. Herðu. So, yeah, another Food of Iceland edition. We're talking about the Icelandic hot dogs. And I'm wondering if I should just hold the... sorry about my language. I'm gonna just take the gimbal here and just get rid of it. Yes. So okay, 1937. So
yeah, my great-grandfather was a fisherman which had cancer in his stomach, and he couldn't go to the sea anymore. So he was allowed for a special permit to sell hot dogs in town, because that was not considered real work at the time.
Okay.
So he was allowed to have a hot dog stand, which he started with his uncle and one other guy. The other guy, he didn't work at the hot dog stand. He went to Denmark to learn how to make hot dogs, came to Iceland and taught Sláturfélag Suðurlands, our meatpacking company, how to make hot dogs, and that's how it all started.
Okay, so the meatpacking company called Sláturfélag Suðurlands, or the Slaughterhouse of the South, that's kind of like one of the trademark meat dealers in Iceland, and so they started making these hot dogs.
Yeah. And we started selling them here.
And originally it was just like a cart. It was like a wooden cart.
It was a small cart. The only thing we have left of the cart is the mirror that was on top of it. We have it. We had someone redo it a few years ago, so we have it in the office.
Okay.
But yeah, it was a small cart on a square over there in front of the judge's house.
Okay, excellent. And when did it originally moved over here? And what was the original? I have so many questions.
Originally, when we moved, we didn't move here right away. We moved actually right next to there. The stand was there for a while. The small little stand.
Yeah.
But then in the 70s, we built the first house, which was smaller than this one. It still exists. It's in a farm outside of Reykjavik, where it was used as a shed for hens.
Okay.
And it's still standing, but doesn't.
A hen stand right now. Yeah.
And we used to be over there on the square, and we've moved a lot around the square.
Okay.
But this cart is about 35 years old.
Okay, beautiful. Original condiments, they were a little bit different than they are today.
Yes, it was the mustard is the original, and we had mustard and tomat puree. No ketchup. There was no ketchup in Iceland at the time.
And the ketchup, the mustard is a little bit special. It's like it was also specially made for the hot dogs, right?
Yeah, it's a Danish mustard that my great-grandfather found in Denmark.
Yeah.
And brought to home, and it's the SS meatpacking company sells it today.
Yeah.
We gave him that recipe originally.
Okay.
And it's very distinctive. It's brown. It's strange. It has a bitter taste.
Yeah, it's unique. A lot of my food tour customers, they talk about one of the key things is the mustard, and then of course the fried onion. So it started
fried onions are later additions.
Yeah.
They didn't come until late 70s. Okay. We only had the mustard, tomato puree, then Eventually, the ketchup, which we have today, which is made of tomatoes, was made by a guy called Valur.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, my name is also Valur, so yeah, Val's tomato sauce, and that was originally made with
apples.
Yes,
Not ketchup.
different, no, not
Tomatoes.
Tomatoes. So yeah, originally just mustard, the especially Danish mustard that your grandfather imported from Denmark, and then tomato puree.
Tomato puree. I don't remember exact dates when the raw and fried onion came, but those came before the remoulade, which was the latest addition.
Okay.
And remoulade, when we added remoulade, my grandfather didn't like remoulade, but he decided to add it and charge extra for it. And you could not get it on big days like the national holidays and stuff, because it was too much trouble.
Too much trouble, too much extra work to do it. And and ketchup, when did that, originally too much puree, but then they changed to ketchup, what, after the Second World War, or what?
No, it's probably somewhere in the 50s.
Okay.
And yes, after the war. It was when Valur and my grandfather were friends, and they decided to make a better version of the ketchup.
Okay.
And they were friends their whole life, and we also, the son of Valur now owns the company and is our friend as well.
Okay.
He's kind of friend of the family.
So complete family gathering. And so when did your grandfather started this? And
My great-grandfather?
great-grandfather, sorry. And then his daughter, or
No,
no.
my great-grandfather, he didn't live very long after it. He died, I think, 52, and was very sick. My grandfather took over the business when he was 14,
Okay.
and he and his mother worked on the business. He worked, and she handled the bookkeeping and the other such, until my mother came into the business, which is somewhere early 80s. And she has been running it since the 90s.
Okay.
She basically pioneered all the expansion of the locations.
Yeah. Now there are how many locations?
With 6 locations.
6, yeah. And they are in like shopping malls and
Yes,
scattered around.
gas stations, shopping malls, outside the convenience stores and stuff.
Yeah. But this is the only, the true original stand, and the only one here in the city center.
Yes.
Okay. Why, one of the things that I've been asked, why isn't it bigger? Because sometimes the queue here is, it stretches quite a long time.
We like the charm of this, the charm of this place.
Yeah.
It's very effective. As you can see when you see the queue, it's very effective at handling a lot of customers in a good time, and we can maximize everything efficiency by doing this.
Yeah, and what's the speed record for making a hot dog?
6 seconds.
6 seconds. And do you do contests, or I've seen like a...
Yes, we've had internal contests. Yeah, it has been very popular throughout the years to have competitions between hot dog salesmen, not just with speed, also with how much they can sell in an hour.
Ah, okay.
So the record for an hour is 400 hot dogs.
400 hot dogs by one person?
Yeah, no, by one person, one handling the Coca-Cola.
Ah, okay. So a 2-man operation. Excellent. So you're the 4th generation, now the CEO of the company. Do you have a son or a daughter that you're training or something like that?
No, I'm working on making the son.
Yeah, okay, excellent. So should we get the hot dog and check it out?
Yeah.
Do you have any, there are many famous people that come here. I know a lot of people bring their famous friends from abroad to the hot dog stand.
The Kardashians had their birthday party here outside.
Yeah, okay.
We had here about 200 teenagers singing the birthday song for, I don't think it was Kim Kardashian, I think it was one of the younger sister, I can't remember.
Okay.
And she was here, and there were about 200 teens here singing the birthday song for her on her birthday.
And I believe I was told that Kim had one just with hot dog, on tomato sauce, right?
Yeah.
Just like the babies do.
Yeah, she was like Clinton.
Yeah.
Didn't like a lot of condiments.
And he said these were the best hot dogs in the world, and he doesn't lie, right?
No, he doesn't lie.
So and I know Metallica has been here, Foo Fighters. Any more noteworthy that you know of?
Yeah, a lot of them, but we don't like to talk too much about them.
You're respectful of the privacy.
Yeah.
So you don't take pictures. I see one picture here.
Even though when Bill Clinton came, it was very funny. Maya, who was working here, who was the first employee who was not in the family, started in 1974.
1974. So
And
my
is,
birthday.
and is 79 today, and just quit working last year.
Okay.
And not because he didn't want to work, but because COVID.
Okay.
Since he was scared of COVID.
Okay.
And she might come a little bit back. She's at least always welcome to work. But when she was here, Clinton was walking this street over here. There was no line that day. She reached out the window, yelled out at Clinton, and told him the best hot dogs in the world are here. Come and have a hot dog.
Okay.
And his Secret Service came first, of course, and
Checked it out.
and then he came. But it was a completely unexpected visit.
Okay, so just a random. She decided he had to have a hot dog.
Yeah. She was also a very funny person. She was probably like people have asked me if I want to put a statue or something of my grandfather here, but I would probably put a statue of her here because she was here every day, every weekday from 10 in the morning to 3 o'clock for 40 years. And
Wow, 40 years.
Yeah. And if I would put a statue of her, I would put a statue of her somewhere here feeding the birds. Then I would put another statue of her husband, who was a lovely character as well. I always picked her up after work, and he always stood here waiting. We would always see him just before 3. He stood here waiting for her to pick her up.
So like a politely just standing in there.
Yeah, he was a great. He's passed away now, but he was a great man. He was a bus driver, a very nice person.
Ah, nice. A lot of family history here, obviously.
Yeah.
So
one of the hot dog salesmen who's working now, the young girl, is a second generation hot dog salesman.
Okay.
There's very much second, third, and fourth generation of hot dog salesmen.
I like that. Keep it in the family.
And sometimes we have both parents and children working at the same time.
How busy does it get? Like some of the 17th of June, our national holiday, and a day. How busy does it get? How many hot dogs do you sell like on a day like that?
We've never said how many hot dogs we sell in a day.
No, okay.
We're a special kind of company that you can't see our national yearly turnover, so you don't. So that's kind of corporate secret how many we do.
Okay. So family secret, no problem. But I've seen the queue here reach a long time. So hopefully the business is picking up now. Like travelers are coming back to Iceland, and so let's have one hot dog. And the key is that there's always a special, like you have the fried onion, the raw onion, and the ketchup beneath the hot dog, and then the remoulade and mustard
on top.
Why is it like that? It was just
It tastes better like that. You want the remoulade on top because it makes the bread soft. You put the onions in the bottom, then you put the ketchup on top, so the ketchup doesn't make the bread wet. But you couldn't put more sauces in beneath because then it would get wet, even though the onions are there. So that's why I put the mustard on top and remoulade on top. Like if you try to get remoulade underneath the hot dog, it's going to change the taste of the hot dog completely.
So there's science between it. It's not just it's just not just tradition. It was a complete science based on.
Yeah, we have a problem of taking hot dogs pretty much too seriously.
Obviously. So there were tests being done, like. If we put the fried onion on top, that changes the...
Yeah, throughout the years we've tested this very much.
Excellent.
Like I've said, I say sometimes too, the health is better. Well, this is probably the most usual tested food in Iceland's history.
Yeah, for what, 1937, and probably for longer still. So yes, obviously. So let's check out one hot dog. Hi. Mér sagt að þú sért second generation. You're second generation working here at this time?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that family. Let's have one with everything. You see it? And we're timing you. No pressure.
Og við erum að dæma þig líka.
Yeah. So as you see, the fried onion, the raw onion, the mustard, then the hot dog. Some people say that you put beer or pilsner into the...
Yeah. That's another industrial secret, what we put in the water.
Of course. So that's a hot dog. I had a couple here a week ago, and a couple of seagulls flocked and stole the hot dog, so I'm gonna be careful about this one. Takk fyrir okkur. Bless, bless.